Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about my favorite luxury fragrances from 2019. I've done a few videos talking about my favorite products from the year, and today's video is no exception. So before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is new to the year. This is from Lancome and this one is called Idôle and it's an Eau de Parfum. This one here is a really beautiful floral accord. Now when I say floral, it does have rose and jasmine, but it's not a type of perfume that hits you in the face with a bouquet of flowers. It's very well balanced. There's a bit of bergamot and a bit of pear as well. So it feels like a light and also a little bit musky floral perfume. This one I think is absolutely stunning. I think it could be perfect for an everyday signature scent. You could wear this to the office every single day without it being too overwhelming or too overbearing. But you could also wear this in the evening if you wanted to. It's not a very heavy, sweet scent. It does, again, have that nice floral note. But it has like a little hint of vanilla, not very much. It's not like La Vie est Belle, but it is just a really beautiful, well-balanced floral. I think this is a modern take on a classic floral scent. I think a lot of people really appreciate this one here. Now moving on to my all-time favorite perfume from Lancome, this is La Vie est Belle Eau de Parfum. Now this is what I would call a heavy, voluptuous perfume because you do have vanilla, tonka bean, also some sort of like praline butterscotch caramel scent. It's very sweet. It reminds me of a very decadent latte from Starbucks, like some sort of like vanilla caramel latte that you get that's very sweet and rich at the same time. It's not too sweet. It's not like Terry Mugler Angel. It's not that level of sweet. It feels like it's more robust and has a lot of character. It also has pear and black currant, so it is a very sugary sweet, but it has a nice fruity finish too, so it's not just sugar overload. It is really well balanced in the fruity sweetness. And there's also violet, which I really like. I think violet is one of my favorite floral notes in perfume because it tends to be a bit lighter and fresher. It's not as heavy as some perfumes or some floral notes, I should say. I find that violet is just a really nice, light, bubbly fragrance. And this one here is one of my all-time favorites. Moving on to another all-time favorite. This is the Dior Addict Eau de Parfum. This one is another heavy, sweet fragrance, but when I compare it to La Vie est Belle, La Vie est Belle is much more of a richer caramel fragrance, whereas this one has lots of vanilla and tonka bean, but there's also a bit more of a floral accord. There's rose and also a bit of orange blossom, and I think that elevates it. So this one is very sweet, but it's not as heavy. And I love this one so much. I've wanted to get this for so long, and I'm so happy that I do because it's just a really beautiful balance of a really nice heavy vanilla, but I think that orange blossom lightens it up. I think that La Vie est Belle might be a bit too much for some people, so the Dior Addict might be better for some people who don't want such a heavy fragrance, but these are both Eau de Parfum as well. Next up we have the Joy Eau de Parfum by Dior. So this one is new. I think it came out in 2018 or 2019, and at first I wasn't sure what to make of it. I think that when you spray this, the dry down a few hours later reminds me of Dior Addict Eau de Parfum. This one is definitely much lighter than Dior Addict. It has bergamot, it has jasmine, it has rose. It's much more of a light floral scent. And it does have a little hint of patchouli, but if I compare the Lancome Idôle, the Joy perfume is much lighter and more floral. I think that the Idôle does have a little hint of patchouli and musk. They both do. But I think this one here is a bit lighter and fresher and a bit more effervescent. I think this would also be a really beautiful signature everyday perfume. I think you could wear this to work if your work allows it. It smells, effervescent, light, fresh, young, like youthful, not young in age, but just like youthful. And it smells also clean. If you like a fragrance that just smells fresh and clean, I think this would be for you. Okay, so next up I have a sample here of the Gucci Bloom Eau de Parfum. This one has a bit of orange. It almost smells like the orange zest or orange rind, but there's also a little bit of green notes, which I'm really surprised that I like it, because oftentimes green notes smell like grass or bug spray, mosquito spray on my skin. I'm not sure why, but they have this sort of reaction. But there's also a bit of jasmine and tuberose in here. So it's a really beautiful balance, like a little bit sweet, floral and fresh, just absolutely beautiful scent. And there's also a little bit of vanilla and sandalwood. So it's a really beautiful scent. I think you could also make this an everyday perfume, maybe more evening, but it's just a wonderful scent. I love it so much. I think they've been adding to the Gucci Bloom line. I think they have Eau de Parfum, Eau de Parfum Intense, Eau de Toilette. I think they also have a hair mist, body oils, etc. So it's a really beautiful line. I'm really glad they're extending it. So since we mentioned hair mists, let's talk about one of my favorite new discoveries. I had no idea that hair perfume was a thing, but I'm glad it exists because it is so beautiful. It's honestly one of the most extra things you can do, is to have a perfume specifically for your hair. Now, there is not harmful alcohol in here. I think sometimes people get confused with the word alcohol because they think alcohol is something harsh and terrible for your skin and hair and nails. And some forms of alcohol are bad. Some fatty alcohols are actually okay and can be good for your skin. And generally, if you buy from a reputable brand, if they have alcohol in your skincare or in your makeup or in your perfume for your hair, it's usually the good type of alcohol. So the first one here is the Chanel Chance Hair Mist. So this is a derivative of the Chanel Chance, which smells like fresh and clean. You mostly get a bit of a jasmine and also pink pepper. So it's floral, fresh, and just clean. It's just honestly such a beautiful perfume. If you like Chanel Chance, then I think you would absolutely love this. I think hair mists are just perfect for a really girly girl. Like, it's a perfect gift for someone who loves a certain perfume or a certain brand. I think almost every brand now comes out with their own hair perfume. So it's a wonderful gift for someone else or for yourself. And this one is so fantastic. If you spray this in your hair, when you go to hug someone, they just say, "Oh my God, you smell amazing," because this is just such a beautiful smell. And then on the same note, we have the Allure hair mist. Now this one here is different from Chance. Chance to me is just like fresh and clean, whereas Allure is more sensual, more mysterious. So with this one here, you do get some vanilla, but also a little bit of orange or mandarin. So it's not like a heavy vanilla, it's just a bit more sensual and mysterious. So that nice orange zest kind of lifts it up a bit. And then the rose really just makes it really well balanced. So I think this one is a bit more subtle. I think the Chance hair mist is a bit more bold, and this one is a bit more subdued and subtle. And then we have our classic Coco Noir fragrance here, but in a hair mist. So this one has the patchouli, it has the vanilla, it has the tonka bean, but it also has geranium, rose, and jasmine. So it is more of a winter fragrance. It is more of a heavy scent. It's really beautiful, and it is lighter than the Coco Noir Eau de Parfum, but it still has the character of Coco Noir. It also has a bit of musk and also a little bit of grapefruit, which just brings it up a notch. It just kind of elevates it and makes it a little bit less heavy. I think that a hair mist is really practical because, first of all, it's very small, so you can put it in your purse. So let's say you wear Coco Noir during the day and you want to freshen up a bit and add a bit more fragrance without going overboard. You could just go ahead and spray this in your hair, and that way you kind of reinvigorate the scent without being too heavy. So that is why I love hair mists, and I plan on getting more in 2020. Okay, so my last favorite from Chanel is this one here called Paris-Venise. Now, this was a whole inspiration based off of Chanel's travels and her favorite destination cities or cities that were important to her. So this one here, Paris-Venise, is one that relies more on vanilla. I like vanilla if you haven't noticed already, but it has a nice vanilla and tonka bean base notes, but it also has a lot of florals. It has geranium, it has ylang ylang, it has rose, and I think jasmine as well, and also violet. That's the key here. It has that violet base note, which to me makes it floral but lighter. It's not like a heavy floral scent that's, again, like being hit in the face with a bouquet of flowers. I find that violet is more bubbly in a way, and it's a bit lighter. And I find that the way that they arrange this is really beautiful, because you have vanilla, but it's not a really heavy vanilla. It's not like La Vie est Belle. It's not like Dior Addict. This could be an everyday fragrance. It could be something you wear very lightly, and you can wear more of it if you want, because it is an Eau de Parfum. My mistake, it's an Eau de Toilette, so you can go overboard. I feel like anytime a fragrance says Eau de Toilette, I always go a bit more because I just feel like I can. But I just find that this one here is so beautiful. And it also has a bit of bergamot and pink pepper, which makes it just a really beautiful balanced fragrance. I think this could be a signature scent. It could be an everyday perfume. I think they also make shower gels and body lotions in this scent here. So this one was my favorite out of the three. There was Paris Venise, Paris Deauville, and what was the last one? I forget. Paris Biarritz, that's the one. So this one here is my favorite because, again, it has more of that vanilla tonka bean scent, but yeah. Okay, so moving on to these last three. These were actually gifts sent to me as PR, but this is my own opinion. This is a perfume subscription where you can sign up and get like a monthly travel size perfume, which is kind of cool. So the first one here is Parfum de Marly Delina. This one here I would describe as pink, girly girl, feminine. It just screams femininity to me. It smells a bit like, I think there's a bit of bergamot in here. There is a slight vanilla scent in here, but the most interesting notes to me are rhubarb and lychee. I don't often see rhubarb in a fragrance. Sometimes you see lychee, but rhubarb to me seems so foreign, and it's beautiful. There's a hint of vanilla and also some Turkish rose and a bit of musk, but overall it smells very light and feminine. I cannot describe, like this shirt is perfect for this perfume because to me this just screams a girly girl. And it's beautiful. I think it's an Eau de Parfum as well. This, I think you could make it an everyday perfume, but I think sometimes perfumes have character, and this is a type of perfume that you have to make sure that you wear it doesn't wear you, because I think this is a fragrance that probably carries a lot of, I don't know what the word is, but you know, if someone is sitting next to you, they could probably smell it off of you, so you just have to make sure that you're wearing this perfume, not the other way around. Next up, we have Caron Fleur de Rocaille, and this is an Eau de Parfum as well. Now, this one here is very floral. You have such beautiful floral notes in here. You have violet that I love. You have carnations and rose. You have ylang ylang, as well as jasmine and lilac. So it is a very floral scent. However, there's also a little bit of musk in here, and also I think a bit of amber and just a hint of sandalwood. Those last ones I feel like are just there to balance this fragrance because it could easily just be floral, but it is very floral. Like this is definitely the most floral perfume that I have, which makes sense because it has the word flower in the title. And I think for me, the violet is the one that sticks out to me because it is a very floral fragrance, but it doesn't smell too much. It does still feel light and fresh, so I think the violet really stands out in here. And then last but not least, we have Philly&Phil Boudoir Belle, and this one here is more on the lines of Lancome La Vie est Belle because it just feels more decadent and voluptuous. I think this is the most seductive fragrance that I have. It feels very sensual and seductive in my opinion. There is definitely vanilla in here, but there's also aldehydes, which is that really beautiful powdery floral scent that Chanel number 5 was so famous for. So I find that the vanilla and aldehyde accord make it sweet and sensual, but light and airy at the same time. It's not too much, it's not overpowering, so guys, this one is a beautiful one. There's also a bit of rose and ylang ylang, but I think for me, the vanilla and aldehyde accord is really what makes it because It has that sweet sensuality, but it's lifted up and made a bit more bubbly and fresh with the aldehydes. Okay, I think that about does it for my favorites of the year. So some of these were new releases, some of them have been out for a while. These are just the fragrances that I loved the most. Either they were new discoveries or they stood out to me the most that I kept going back for. And as you can tell, I have a lot of perfumes. This is just a small section of the perfumes that I have. And even with a fragrance that I love, that I use on a regular basis, it's hard for me to make a dent in it because, I mean, I guess this one looks like there's more used up, but when you see this, it looks practically full. I think from now on, I'm going to try to buy smaller sizes of perfumes because I just never go through them because I have so many to choose from. So I think that'll be my resolution for the year, is to buy smaller perfumes. First world problem, I know. So let me know down in the comments which ones were your favorite perfumes from the year. Did you spot any favorites in my video? If not, let me know down below. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please do. I post a lot of luxury reviews, luxury makeup tutorials. So if you like this type of content, please subscribe and leave a comment, and also like this video. So I think this is all I have for you guys for today. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.